make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today, 'cause you make me feel so young.
We have the Bun Buster here. On steel wheels. And skateboards back in the day were basically made from roller skates that were cut in half and then just attached to wood that were flat. You see there's no concave, no kick, just a flat piece of wood. Cool little shape and really small. I don't know how they skateboarded on these things, but they did. That's probably why their tricks weren't invented till way later, because of the boards. You really couldn't do much on these things.
Just like a couple of tots.
But these right here, the roller derbies, were one of the very first manufactured skateboards, and I remember having one of those, like a roller derby number 10. This is another version, basically, once again, roller skate wheels. But this was one of the very first mass-produced skateboard in the 1960s.
I'm gonna feel the way I do today, 'cause you make me feel so young.
This right here is plastic composite, super heavy. It's a lot of weight to this one, but like kind of got it based off a surfboard shape. Old Makaha. So all these boards are all original. The trucks are original, all the bearings and wheels, and I try to find them in nice, original condition. There are a lot out there, but a lot of them are kind of messed up. And here you got your famous Black Knight. This was a really famous board in the U.S. that a lot of skateboarders in the late 60s started on, a Black Knight.
The board I was riding at the time was one that my dad got at a department store, like in the clearance bin. This wooden, I think it was a Black Knight, Pro Class Black Knight.
A lot of surf companies made skateboards, like Hobie surfboards. Here's one of the first boards that was the Z-Flex J. Adams Zephyr skateboards. The Z-Flex board was made based off this one.
That Zephyr skateboard was a little bit longer and a little wider than some of the ones that were production during that time period.
I wanna go and play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a
Of all these boards, probably my rarest two are these two here. This one here is called the Duke Kanahanamoko, and that is from a famous surfer from Hawaii. And this board came from Hawaii, actually, from a personal collection. And I would have to say that is one of the most rarest 60s board there is out there. And also this one right here. This was called the Tuck and Roller, made by Raybound Automotive. And it's got kind of like a tuck and roll vinyl seat for the top. A little plastic edge. And this one actually has adjustable trucks where you can adjust the wheelbase. It has clay wheels with loose ball bearings in it. And this is probably another one of my most rarest.
I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon.
This one right here is missing the sticker, but this one is actually from an old skate shop in LA called Val Surf. Val Surf was a pretty amazing skateboard shop, and then they also had skateboards that they sold completes. They'd have ads in Skateboarder magazine, and so this is one that was made actually as you can see here, these are actually real roller skates cut in half and mounted on this board. And this is how it came back in the day. It's got old Chicago. Chicago was a huge brand that made roller skates. And these guys cut the skates, made these real nice layers of wood and a little Valsurf sticker there and sold them at the shop. So this is another pretty rare one as well. Original Valsurf.
That you speak, I want to go and play high.
This is actually the very first board that I got that started this whole collection. I found it on eBay. It's called the Challenger Competition Skateboard by Cooley. And it's even got some really cool wood risers. And these have Chicago roller skate wheels. And I'm pretty sure that these were taken off old Chicago roller skates, cut off the base plates and mounted on this wood, and this was the very first board that started this whole collection. And then once I got one, I'm like, oh, maybe I can find another one. Found another one, and then it just went off, and I just started collecting.
Because you make me feel so young.
Urethane wheels.
The urethane wheel.
When urethane wheels.
Urethane wheels.
Urethane wheels.
Urethane.
The urethane wheel.
Urethane wheels.
To urethane wheels.
The urethane wheel.
Urethane wheels and
now these kids got urethane wheels, and now it's almost like throwing fuel on the fire.
And one day I was over at Con Surfboards, which is a competing shop with Zephyr, and close by, and he hands me the skateboard and goes, hey, ride this thing. So I look at it, and there's like the wheels. Whoa, what are these wheels made of? They're rubber. And so I jumped on his board and took 2 pushes and just went pumping down the street, rolling over all the cracks. Felt like I was on a magic carpet ride. The difference between that and these were the first Cadillac wheels. Frank Nasworthy, or whatever his name was going on down there. He actually brought up a set. And I go, well, dude, how do I get these? He goes, well, I'm going back down next weekend. So, I mean, at that time, I think you could buy like some sheer grip wheels for like $4, and those wheels were like $8 a set. And so, ponied up my money, gave him my $8, and I put these boards on my wheels, and I was like the first guy at Paul Revere riding on. A couple people rolled my board. I went into the shop at Jeff O. I was the first people in the neighborhood, first person in the neighborhood with the urethane wheels. I took them into the Jeff O shop and said, hey man, you need to buy these things. And that's when the skateboard part of the Zephyr shop started to happen. So they picked up the wheels and started selling the wheels at the shop.
When the music's over.
I remember Road Riders. Everyone wanted Road Riders.
Road Rider 2s, because I remember when the Road Rider came out and the sealed bearing was such like, it was a mind blower.
Turn out the light. Put the music in your
Everything, I mean, it was just changing constantly, and every time you'd look away, you'd come back and there'd be something new.
music is your only friend. Turn out the light. What the music is your special friend. Dance on fire is intent. Music is your only friend.
Changing constantly. Went from skinny boards to wide boards, and then wide boards a little bit back down.
Well, the main reason we kept evolving with boards and stuff like that, especially bigger, wider boards, was we started doing concaves in the boards. And as they got wider, we did deeper concaves, which we felt kept our feet on the board. We rode this really gnarly grip tape. We used to even ride grip tape that had like rocks in it. We called it barefoot grip tape. And we all started wearing high top shoes. You know, it's just like, technically skateboarding started evolving to like gnarlier, bigger, wider, faster, higher. You know, and in order to do that, we needed bigger boards. So we took it to the point to where the boards went really big for a while. Whatever's under my feet, I'm gonna use it like a tool. And it's gonna make me either open-minded and a better skateboarder or surfer, or I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn probably by falling that I made a mistake. But as long as I can pick myself up, dust myself off and try it again, I'm okay. I'm cool. Gotta fall sometimes, huh? I'd rather fall on that than this. Back up. You've got to have the knowledge to know what really works in certain situations and what doesn't work.
Skateboarding has evolved into a place where, you know, everyone has their personal preferences. Some like it thin, some like it thick, some like it stiff, some like it flexible, and it's personal preference. But you know, that's what makes skateboarding unique. That's what makes it special, because everyone has their own take, everyone has their own taste, everyone has their own style, and that's why skateboarding is pretty much the coolest, you know, sport, or what we call it, a lifestyle in the world.